In this video, we're gonna see how we can create extrusions on paths. So essentially how we can sweep some profiles in architecture and interior design, especially, and how we can create like molding or gutter or baseboards in our architecture. So first of all, we need to understand which tools can we use. Now, I think that a good suggestion first is to go to preferences, add-ons, look for extra, and activate the curve extra objects. So you're gonna have like extra curves that you can use. Now, by curves in Blender, we mean that everything that is 2D or CAD or vector graphic essentially. So if we go here and we go to add and go to curve, we can find different types of objects that some of these are ready-made. So you can just get, for example, a simple rectangle, or you can create your own. You can draw, you can use vector graphics again, techniques to create Bezier or NURBS or path. I think this is like the three different main options that you have. So let's check it out quickly. So one is Bezier, and is this one here. And the other one is the NURBS. There you go. And the other one is gonna be the path. So depending on what you need to do, if you need to do something curvy or you need to do something straight, you can start with some of these, but don't worry because you can always change this from curve to straight and vice versa. So for example, if I want to do like a baseboard here in this architecture, I'm going to use this one here because it's apparently is straight, but we don't really know if it's straight or not. But let me just isolate something so we make things a little bit easier. So I'm gonna take this one here, which is kind of a building block. So I'm gonna do Control C, Control V, and I'm gonna bring it here so it's kind of isolated and it's more simple to work than this other one here that it's more complex. And by the way, this is done in the 3D architecture video course. You can see it in a demo version in the channel, and you can see also the Blender course if you find difficulties in this, really basic operations, basic passages. So this is the line. I need to make a snap in there to create a path where I can create my baseboard or my gutter or my molding, whatever I need to do. So to do this, I need to switch to object mode into edit mode. And then I need to get the vertices. So I need to move the vertices around. Now, if I move this vertex right here, we can actually see that this path is not a straight line, but it's a curve. You can see it inside. So these are just control vertices. So we need to switch and make it straight. How we can do that? Let's select all the vertices, right click, and do the set spline type and set it to poly. So this is going to become a polyline, which means a chain of lines, and we can use it for our path. So let's assume that my baseboard starts from here and ends like in the other side. So I'm going to start with this one here. I'm going to activate the snap to the vertex, and that's it, to the closest point. So I'm going to click this, I'm going to snap it right there. I'm going to take the second one, I'm going to snap it right there. I'm going to take the third, snap it right there, and then the fourth and snap it right there. This one here, I don't really need it, so I'm going to delete it, pressing the X key and deleting just the vertices. So you can see now I've placed the path exactly in that position. So I have already a path. Now, sometimes it's difficult to select it because it's kind of in there. So try to give names in order to make things a little bit easier. Otherwise, it will be difficult to select it. So let me just select everything like this. So I can find the objects in here. I think they're like inside here. There you go. So this is the various things I've created. And this is the path right here. So let me just try to, there you go, so you can see it. Just gonna call these path. Okay, and then I want to go here and I want to turn this into 2D because we are flat on a 2D space, so we don't need 3D. And then let's go down to geometry. Now we don't need the offset or the extrusion because the extrusion it's basically a poly surface, so it's an open surface, it's not a solid. what we want to do is not use the extrude, but use the bevel. And here we're gonna need the depth. So if I increase the depth, you can see I'm creating the first sweep profile, the first sweep along a path, or extrusion along a path. And we can also do fill caps to fill the open sides there. So now this is kind of a circular, like tubular extrusion profile. So if I increase the resolution, it's gonna make it more and more curvy and tubular, which can be fine for some cases. But for all the other cases, when you want to customize this element, you need to create your custom object. So you have three ways you can apply here a profile to this path. So the first one is to use the round or tubular shape. The second one is to use whatever object you want. The third one is to use a profile. Now, if you use a profile, we can get a little bit closer so you can see. You are basically using this curve, and you can adjust again the resolution. So if you bring it really low, you're only gonna have few points. There you go. So if you want to do like a complex molding, like a picture frame, something like that, you probably want to add more resolution to see it properly. So you can see this is kind of the molding effect. And I think I'm gonna copy this, Control C, Control V. I'm gonna place it here, up here to see it later. Okay, then I wanna work again on this one here, and I wanna use an object. But I don't have already the object that I wanna use. So let's call this baseboard path, so we can remember and we can find it easier later. And let's create the profile for that baseboard. So to do this, I'm gonna go to the odd, and I'm gonna go to the curve, and I'm gonna use a standard rectangle. But before I actually do anything, I wanna give it a size. So I'm gonna say here that it's gonna be 1 centimeter width and 10 centimeters high. And also I want it rounded like 0.3. So it's gonna be like 3 millimeters with the rounded corner. Again, it's gonna be 2D, and it's gonna be, could be Bezier, could be poly. Well, let's keep it Bezier for this time, and let's see if it's fine. So where it's gone? Well, it's actually where my 3D cursor is. So it's right there, and I want to bring it right here. It's really small. There you go. Now, one thing you want to make sure of is that, well, you can press the dot on your numpad to focus the selection. You can go here, also frame selection. Okay, so you can see this is appearing like a surface. So to change that, we can switch now to 3D instead of 2D. So you can actually see the path. And you can see it has these straight cuts because we didn't increase probably the number of segments there, but this will be fine for what we need to do. So we want a custom profile. We have a custom profile, and now we need to place it on that baseboard. But before, check the origin. So you can see the origin is nowhere near here. So if it's probably, yeah, it's right there where the cursor is. So you need to adjust the origin. Right click and say set origin, and do origin to geometry. So it's gonna be here. This is where it should be. And now let's get our baseboard. So I'm gonna look at in here. So I'm gonna use the search. That's my baseboard. I can select now, but my baseboard. Go here in the object properties, select the bevel, select object, click on the picker, and pick the rectangle. And there you go. There's our baseboard right there. It's a little bit small, but you can definitely see it. Now we can make it a little bit bigger. So let's we can use the original profile. So if you change the original profile, it's going to affect also the sweep result. So if I scale this with the scale, you can see it's also scaling in there. And I want to make it like thicker. I can make it thicker. So everything I do here is going to affect the final result there. Now, also, I need to check if it's too smooth. If it's too smooth, you can go here and let me see. Let's go. There you go. So active spline, uncheck the smooth. Otherwise, if it's fine, leave it on, depending on your preference. And also I want to show you cyclic. So cyclic is going to close the shape. So it's not going to be an open path, it's going to be a closed path. So this is also good when you need to do a profile that is closed. Now this one here was essentially a preset that we created, like a rectangle that we created. Now how can we create our own custom shape? Well, we can start with this curve. So let me just go here. And we can use the Bezier curve with the handles to define a nice curve. Let me create like a gather here. So I'm just gonna use this handle. Sometimes it's tricky to get those handles. Okay, so let's say that this will be like part of the gather. Now, if I want this to be straight, I'm gonna right click and do poly. And then I can continue to create the shape. Now, this is gonna be smaller. And let's first create this part. So I can either draw, I can use the curve pen and click once to place more points. So in this case, I'm going to place like a point right here. Okay. And if I want a curve, I right click, set spline Bezier, and now you can see I have a curve. There you go. So you need to know which type of shape you want. But essentially, you can create anything. Okay, what I want to do here is actually have one more point inside. So I'm gonna move this back like that, and I want an extra point. So you can also use the extrude. Click and press X in order to extrude straight. Okay, and again plus, click on the plus, press epsilon to go up. Okay, and also this one here, I want to move it. So I want to, create like the shape of the gather. Now, if I again use the right click and do this as a cyclic spline, so here toggle cyclic, you can see this is going to be a closed object. So when I'm going to extrude it, it's going to be a solid. But I don't want to do this perfectly closed. I want to have like an offset. So I'm going to select all the points, right click, and do offset curve. So by offsetting the curve, I can create a double line. Okay, it's telling me that the curves must be planar. So let's go here and switch from 3D to 2D. So right click and again, offset. Okay, now it's working, but it's too much. So I'm gonna decrease the offset. Okay, so you can see that if I go this other way, I can also define a rounded corner. So this will be fine. Okay, let's make it -1 centimeter. Okay, now I need to close this. So the first thing we can do is select these 2 points, right click, and we can connect those. So, well, we can, no, fillet, no, we can make segment in order to connect. And then let's try with the cyclic. So right click and do, again, toggle cyclic. And now it's closed. You can see there, it has an extra element. So now that we create our custom shape, we can assign it again to our part. So I'm going to create an extra copy. So Control C, Control V, place it on the top of the building here. You can see it's snapping because snap it's on. And now I can change this from this profile to this other one. So I'm going to go again here and just get rid of the rectangle, click, and click on the gather. Now, again, the same problem for the origin. Make sure the origin is in the correct position. So I'm gonna right click here, set origin to geometry. So it's really important where you set the origin. So this will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. And if you wanna thank us, join the channel as a supporter. Check out other video courses and video guides in Blender, 3D architecture, and other 3D software that you find in the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next.